everybody. I just wanted to come on here because I have not finished the book that I'm reading. I am Dare Me by Megan Abbott. But I'm sitting here and I'm really bored. So, and I should be reading my book, but you know, my mind is kind of stir crazy right now, so I don't really feel like reading. But I did want to stop in with you guys, and it actually has occurred to me that I haven't sat and just chatted with you guys in a long time. You know, had a cup of coffee with you guys with my favorite Mike Wazowski mug, and just kind of hung out. So I wanted to do that, and a lot of YouTubers do tag videos. And I've never done one before. I've sort of done like a question and answer thing, but it's been a really long time, and I don't really know what you guys want to know about me, or if anything at all. So I decided to YouTube a book tag to kind of keep it book related, because I'm liking that my channel has kind of gone in that direction with the books and stuff. Sounded really uneducated with, you know, like the books and stuff. So yeah, so you know, I like to read, and so I like sharing books with you guys. So I did a book tag, and there was a lot of questions on there. Like, the video I watched is like 9 minutes long, which mine will probably end up being 9 minutes long, because you know how I like to just ramble on about things and stuff like I am right now. So I took the questions that I liked and thought I had answers for. So it's kind of inspired by the ultimate book tag. So here are a list of questions that I'm going to answer. Harry Potter or Twilight? 3 points why. This is kind of a no-brainer for me. Harry Potter all the way. 3 points why. Well, Harry Potter is better written. It has 7 books as opposed to 4. It goes into more of a depth. It has an entire world beyond what we could even imagine, but J.K. Rowling can, because she did. It's just like, it takes you into this whole universe of things that are happening that just goes all over the place and then ties up perfectly every single time with no loose ends anywhere. And in fact, you find out more and more things about Harry Potter that is just awesome, that you never knew before, even though you've read the books probably 3 or 4 times. Or maybe just me has done that. But, you know, it's character development, it's story, it's you know, the link between characters, it's, you know, growing up with characters as opposed to just hearing like a little story, some things that happened. That was, I believe, more than 3 points. But, I mean, there's just so many things that are better about Harry Potter than there is about Twilight. Twilight's fine for what it is. I'm not trying to hate. But if you're comparing Harry Potter to Twilight, there's no comparison. Do you carry a book bag? What is in it? Actually, I have sort of started carrying a bag that I carry my book in. It's a big Trader Joe's bag. One of those reusable bags, and I just carry it. I was just carrying a book with me and just like putting it in my car, but I decided that my hands have been too full when I'm trying to like unlock and lock the door, so I decided to carry a bag with all of my extra stuff in it, and all that is in it is my coffee mug and whatever book I'm reading at the time. Do you smell your books? No, I don't smell my books. I would be terrified of the smell that it has accumulated while sitting in my car, or just my coffee hands being on it all the time. I don't know. I don't think my hands smell that bad, but I mean, I don't just like pick up a book and like, that's just not what I do. Books with or without illustrations? I don't need illustrations to be happy. I have illustrations up here. But, you know, like, the Harry Potter books have, like, little pictures in the chapters. I think that's cool, you know, if that's what the author or publisher or whoever wants to do. But, I am not picky, either way. What book did you love while reading until later you realized it was not quality writing? I would have to say I have one in my head. It was Delirium? Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Delirium. While I was reading it, I loved it, and I thought it was great, dystopian, and and I was like juiced for the next book to come out, and it has, and I actually think the third book has come out, and I haven't touched them at all. I'm just not interested, because I want to reread the first book in order to read the other books, but I just not into it, just not interested. So, obviously, even though I loved reading it at the time, obviously it didn't leave a lasting desire for me to follow the characters, so that speaks for itself, kind of. What is the thinnest book on your shelf? The thinnest book is Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. It's like 120 pages, something like that. What is the thickest book on your shelf? The thickest book on my shelf is gotta be whatever the thickest Harry Potter is. I believe Order of the Phoenix? Maybe Half-Blood Prince? One of the two. When did you get into reading? Well, that is an interesting question. The answer is that I started reading, like, for fun, probably in elementary school. I started reading, like, the Full House series books because I love the show, and I'm kind of a cool kid like that. And then I kind of stopped reading all the way up until, I would say, high school, when I read Catcher in the Rye for school, and I remembered how much I love reading because I loved that book, and I was like, oh yeah, I love reading! I forgot! And then I kind of stopped reading again, and picked it up when I started working at Barnes & Noble in Arizona, which brought me here to you guys, because I remembered that I love to read, and then I remembered that I wanted to share it all with you. And it's been great. So I haven't really stopped reading since. Like, I've kind of taken breaks, but I haven't, like, cut it off. Favorite classic. I don't know if it's considered a classic, but Catcher in the Rye, I believe it's considered a classic. It's a classic to me, and it's one of my all-time favorite books ever in the world. What was your best subject in school? My best subject in school was English, although my junior year I was able to take a class called Creative Writing, which was the absolute best class I have ever taken. I mean, granted, I haven't gone very far with school, but my teacher was awesome. Learning creative writing was awesome. I loved that class. What is a bad habit? Well, you do well. Blah. A bad habit that you do while filming. Well, I would have to say that it would be, I don't think it's a bad habit, really, just something like a quirk, I guess, that I stumble over my words and I have to go bleh. Like, I would say that that's a bad habit that I do while filming. And I don't edit, obviously. I just sit here and just chat with you guys. So that is a bad habit. I should edit and be more clean like all the other cool YouTubers out there. But I probably won't. Singing while I look over at my notes. Another bad habit I do while filming. Favorite word ever. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite word. I have catchphrases that I use a lot. But as far as words that I like, I don't know. I like a lot of words. Hundreds of words. There's so many words. How do you pick one word that you like the best out of all the words? It's impossible. It's impossible to do. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave that there. Because I thought I would, writing this down, I thought I would be able to come up with a word in the meantime, but I haven't, so I'm just going to leave it. Are you a nerd, geek, or a dweeb? I would have to say that I am a geek. A geek is someone who has a passion for things like reading and coffee and Harry Potter and Hunger Games and things like that, like fandom, I would say. It's geeky. So I would say that I am a geek. I am a geek over things that like, I don't know, things that I like. Vampires or fairies? Fairies all the way, because fairies can fly, and they are small and awesome. And vampires not my thing. vampires or zombies. Neither. I don't like either one. I read Twilight. That is the last vampire book I will ever read because it's just not interesting to me. I'm not against fantasy or paranormal romance. It's just not something that draws me. Zombies are absolutely ridiculous to me. It's very popular right now, the whole zombie thing, and I just, not interested. Love triangle or forbidden love? I would have to go with forbidden love. I think love triangles are interesting sometimes when they're done correctly, when they're done in a way where you really don't know who the character should choose, but usually there's a front runner. There's somebody that you are, you know, rooting for, or you're sure that they're gonna pick. Like, if there's a love triangle that it's really like, oh my gosh, like there's no right answer here. That's interesting, but I have read few, very, very few love triangles that are that way. Forbidden love, to me, it's like, you know, it's wrong. It's bad. So it's interesting, you know? It's, I don't know. It's a lot more appealing to me. Romance novels or action novels with romance mixed in. I'm going to go with action with romance mixed in. I am not big on romance novels. I don't know. Just a whole book about two people. I don't know. I guess, being that I haven't read a romance novel, I really shouldn't talk about them. Maybe I should read one and then I could judge. Not really judging, but, you know, I guess, I don't know. I would rather have other things with the perk of romance without it being the story. So, yeah. So that's it. That is a lot. That girl did it in 8 minutes. I did it in 12. Oops. And she answered a lot more questions than I did, so I'm a failure. Sorry, guys. But I hope you enjoyed, like, hearing my thoughts on things. It was fun chatting with you guys, and I will get to reading my book, and I will post a review soon. And I love you all. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me and drinking coffee. And I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Promise. I promise. Very soon. Okay? Love you all. Hope you're having a great day, week, month, whatever. Yeah, it's July. So, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.